The island of Sodor is surrounded by a beautiful blue sea. It has fields with green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks of visitors for the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Crossed lines. The Fat Controller door steam engines and diesel engines. But not James. He doesn't adore any diesel engines. He didn't mind Boca or Mavis, but he still wasn't keen on them. "They're all right," said Henry. "They're just mixed traffic engines like you and me." "Mixed up engines, you mean?" James snorted, with windows at each end. "How can they know when they're coming or going?" "Toby has two cabs," reminded Duck, "and he gets on all right." "Toby's just a little engine," scoffed James. "Even an important engine might need won't know which way to go. What would the railway come to?" All the engines agree that James is becoming much too puffed up in his smoke box. "Making out his royalty or something," grumbled Henry. "It's disgusting." "I knew an engine called King James," said Duck, "in the old days in Paddington. King James the First he was, but he didn't swank about like that." "Och, they'll be telling James that," pleaded Donald. "He's even making our lives miserable in the raid." "Exactly," agreed Henry, "but who's going to trim his wheels for him?" The engines tried all sorts of ideas, but nothing worked. James came so conceited that the others were glad when they weren't working with him. Even the coaches twittered anxiously to each other as he thought he was going to take them out. One day James came to the yard, fuming with rage. "Shunting?" he huffed. "Where are Donald and Douglas? They're supposed to be here for jobs like this." But the twins were busy working with Edward on his branch line, so James had to do the work himself. James's train had long trucks called well wagons. These have bogey wheels at each end, with low sections between them. They're used to help to carry cars, tractors, and other heavy machinery. The shunting should have been easy, but James was cross and bumped the trucks. "Oh, oh, 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 oh," they cried. Some of them slipped their brakes on to spite James. The weather was damp and misty too, so the shunting took a long time. James only had 2 more trucks to collect until his train was ready. Because of the mist, the signalman sometimes found it hard when something was happening. James's driver told him that he would whistle when he cleared up the trucks and clears the points. They had almost finished when suddenly they heard a whistle from another engine close by. The signalman heard it too and thought it was James saying it was ready. He pulled the lever, setting the points to the main line. But James wasn't ready. The points changed when one of his trucks were halfway over them. One bogey went the right way, and the other was travelling sideways between the 2 lines. The signal stood right in its path. "Stop!" said the truck, but it was too late. The signal tumbled down with a crash, just missing James. "That's torn it," said James's driver. "The Fat Controller won't like that." He didn't. He spoke severely about it, because the signal was important and its loss was inconvenient. James knew that the accident wasn't his fault, but he was unusually quiet at the shed that evening. The others were relieved. "I suppose it must be difficult to know which way to go when you've got 2 cabs," said a voice. "But to go 2 ways with only 1 cab, that really is something." James pretended he hadn't heard.